Now it's the 1st of March 2012, and this is the second of the series of me going over the signals I gave a year ago. So we're going to look at the signals I gave in March of 2011, and this is our web page. Before we look at those, just in case you're interested, we hold an introductory Gann webinar, and the next one is on the 27th of March 2012, so if you want to register for it, then you're more than welcome. Anyway, this is the entrance to our Zenith login. So if we click on here, and what I'm going to be doing is reviewing my signals, because I know the reason why I did them. So we do more signals than you've seen here by other people, but we're going to be reviewing mine, which are in this section here. Okay, now on the web page you can go back and look at how the actual page looked any time in the past, so you can check what we said. And if you click on past conferences, we come up with this. Now we're going to go back a year, so we go back to 2011, and then I would pick March, and then I can look at what the website looked like on any date in March. So the first signals I did were on the 1st of March 2011. Now if we click on here, you can see my signals down here. Now the ones in blue there are the ones that I did in March, and they're actually covered in the last review that I did in the YouTube videos on the focus signals of March. Sorry, not of March, of February. And you can see at the bottom, when you can see the date when I actually put them on at the end. So on the 1st of March 2011, I did a potential signal on dollar Norwegian krone, and I did one on krone US March. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at those signals now. I'm just going to show you what the graph looked like to the client. The actual reasons for these signals are given in the training videos with an in-depth analysis to explain exactly how I came to that conclusion. So when I show you the video here, I'm just going to show you what the chart looked like and the level I was looking for a possible buying opportunity. I don't want to give too much away, and also it doesn't really explain a lot of it in here anyway. So we'll look at the dollar Norwegian first of all. Now this is the dollar via the Norwegian krone. If you want to get my chart, it's MS0834 by GS using the get analysis option. So that was how the chart looked back in March, first day of March 2011, and this is what it looked like. This was the level that I was looking for a buying opportunity. So let's see what happens. So the market goes up. Now the angle is actually now higher than the actual level that I was looking for a change in trend, so that was kind of putting me off, but it was that level there, and then when it got there it fell through the angle. In other words, it got there too late. It really had to come down quite quickly, so it wasn't really a signal, and when it got there was no strength and it just went straight through. So the signal wasn't actually auctioned. Now I actually do get the exact bottom of this on a signal that I give out later, but that one just went straight through, so no signal. Now the other signal was this one here, krone US, which was done on the same day. So let's look at that signal to the same level. So 760 is a lot of very, very important resistance. So if it goes through there, then maybe higher, but this is where I'm looking for a possible change in trend at 760 for a shorting opportunity. Now this is the weekly charts of that krone signal, but like I said, I didn't show you what the reasons were, but what I was looking for was a shorting opportunity at this level here. Now there's another krone signal I gave to buy krone because there was a fall before it actually gets to that level, which I do later on, so we'll come back to the two signals on this one a bit later in March. Now the next signals that I gave in March was actually on the 16th of March. So if we click on that, this shows us what the website looked like on the 16th of March, and you can see there's a new entry there for krone US May. Now if we click on that, so there's a possibility that we could have a buying opportunity here, so I'm watching it quite closely. What I'll get in on, I don't know yet, but this could be interesting, possibly up to a major high that could be formed here at 760. So as I said, two possible signals. Okay, so this is the krone signal. Now this was the angle that I was looking to buy off. And notice it's not a trend line, so it's not based on anything. It's a line that you draw before the market ever gets there. So a lot of people draw a trend line from this low here through these lows here to get buying opportunities, and never do what other people can see. Now on the day that I did the video, it looked like that. I've already had a focus signal on that I was looking for a shorting opportunity at this level here. Unfortunately it didn't quite get there, so I didn't quite short it. But again, at the time the trend of the market was massively up. Yeah, I've actually scaled it so it's a bit flatter than it looked at the time, but you can see that it was going up, so most people would be buying this. I was looking for the market to go down, which of course it did, but unfortunately, as I said, it didn't quite get there. But because we'd had this big fall, and it had fallen consecutively for 8 days, I had some good reasons for a buying opportunity here. You can see the trend now is massively down and looking pretty awful. So let's see what actually happens from that point onwards. So this is a buying opportunity, and the market suddenly changes direction and up it goes. Then it reached the level that I was looking to short it. It didn't really show the weakness I expected. It went a little bit too high, but this is where I was looking for a kind of major high on corn, and it didn't stop exactly at the level. Let's get rid of that line. That there, by the way, isn't a trade because now it's a trend line. Anybody who's got a ruler would see a trade there. But I was looking for a major high on corn, and since then, let's get rid of that line a bit there. Since then, it didn't stop exactly at the level I expected, but it found it very difficult going any higher, and it turned out to be the top of corn, and corn has been falling ever since. So pretty impressive again. So I had a buy signal and a shorting opportunity. The buy signal was a buy, the shorting signal, it went too high to actually short it, but it's just as important to know when not to trade as it is to trade. So this was a good example of most people would have been buying it back in March of last year because the trend was up. I'm looking for it to top out. Now the next signals, and in fact the last of March that I gave, were on the next day, on the 17th of March 2011. And on that day I did one on the US dollar against sterling, I did one on sugar UK, and I did one on the New Zealand dollar against pound sterling. You can see there the 17th of the 3rd at the end, 17th of the 3rd, 17th of the 3rd, and like I said, these were the last ones I did. So we'll start off with the US dollar against sterling signal. I think a more speculative buy might be possible on the 614, really just based on the fact how well the angles have worked in the past. Now I'm going to do a training video on this because it's quite weird the way it works the other way around on some items but not on others, but if you watch that you'll see what I mean. Too much away here, but basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to buy this on reaching this this angle here, the 6144. Now think about angles, I don't know how it's going to get there. It might go sideways to it and hit it up here, it might hit it here, it might hit it here, it might hit it over into the future somewhere, but I was looking for a buying opportunity on the next major angle, due to how incredibly well in fact the angles have worked in the past on this particular item. So actually have a look at what happens. Now on the 1st of March it looked like this, and I was looking for a buying opportunity on this angle that you can see here. Like I said, I don't know when it was going to get there until it gets there, but I don't need to know because I'm only going to make the trade when it gets there, if that makes sense. So let's see what happens. These are days, so the market goes sideways, then we have the big rise up, then it starts to fall, then it hit the angle. That's a buying opportunity with a close stop loss below. What did the market do? The market went shooting up. But then it came shooting down. But basically you can see that I got the exact bottom of the market, and in fact the next major angle gives the next major low, etc. into the future. But you can see that if you get your angles right, you can find turning points exactly in the market. So remember, these are days, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of consecutive going up very, very strongly. Okay, now let's look at the next signal. So the next signal in the list is sugar UK, done on the same day. So let's see. Now this is UK sugar, and I think we've got a possible buying opportunity here, but I've got some reservations, and probably the major one is, I think that could well be the major all-time high in sugar. So if that's going to be a major all-time high, we'll be trading against the new trend of the market. But there's still quite a lot here, and that doesn't mean it can't have a substantial rally before going back down again, so I'll be watching it anyway. And the reason I'm watching it... Okay, so basically I'm looking for a buying opportunity at this level here, and I said that I thought that that was a major all-time high in sugar, so let's look at the chart up to date. Now on the 1st of March, the chart to me looked something like that, and I was looking for it to fall to this level here, and it had to hit this angle at the same level. And in the video I also said that I thought that this here could be a major all-time high, which gave me reservations about this being a signal, because if it was, then I'd expect the market to fall further. So let's see what happens. Well, the market starts to come down to the level where I was going to be interested, and then there was a contract change, and the contract change from whatever it was at the time, I don't know, was it March to, or the April contract expires, and we go to maybe the July contract or something. But when the new contract opened, because it's a continuous chart, it was below my angle, and it was below my the level I was looking to buy, so there was no signal. I also said, like I said, that I thought that was a major all-time high. It actually does go higher, but you can see, just cut that line, you can see that it hasn't really ever gone any higher than the level that I said could be a major all-time high on sugar up to date. So again, I think I got that without giving any signals really, but I think I got that pretty much right. It has been a major turning point in sugar, but it didn't give me the buying opportunity I was looking for. Now the final signal for March was the New Zealand dollar against sterling. So let's have a closer look at that quite quickly, because you can see it looked better about 2 weeks ago, because it could have got there at the same time. So as I said, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do it, but it's worth watching. If you want to get my chart, it'll be MS 0853 by GS. Right, this is what the chart looked like to me at the time, and I was looking for a major resistance at this level here and this angle here. And in fact, just reviewing this just now, I've suddenly realised that my angle was drawn from slightly the wrong place, and in fact it should have actually been a little bit higher than I actually showed you. It should have actually been there, which makes it actually a better signal. I said I had my reservations because it had to get to this level here and the angle, and because of it not going up quickly enough to get to it, then it wasn't a signal. But the first thing to realise here is that the trend is up. It's going up massively in favour of the pound at the time. I'm looking to do the opposite. I'm looking for a change in trend, and let's see what happens. The market goes up, it actually breaks through my level slightly. Like I said, I have the wrong angle on, so it did actually break my level. I probably wouldn't have done it anyway, even though the angle is slightly higher than it should. It should really have been at that slightly higher place, but that's where I'm looking for a change in trend. This is what happens next. There was suddenly a massive fall in the value of the pound against the New Zealand dollar. And you can see it was pretty spectacular. So you can see that I got the change in trend, although I didn't actually end up doing it because it broke my level by a little bit too much. But I think you'll agree, pretty impressive. So that's the complete review of the signals that I gave. We did obviously more signals than that, but they're the ones that I actually physically gave in March of last year. I think that's pretty impressive again. Remember that making money is easy with hindsight. You just look at a chart, you see, oh well, I would have done that and I would have done this, but you're just kidding yourself. There's one thing actually saying it with hindsight, there's another thing trying to do it without the benefit of hindsight. They're two completely different things. So if you'd like more information about our services, then if you can contact me at Gary with one R in it, at Gann with two N's.co.uk. And you can go on our website also to get some more information, which is, as you can see at the top here, www.gann.co.uk. I hope you enjoyed it.